Hello, this is Miss Lally, and in this video, I want to share with you what I have in store for the squirrels who caused this. At the beginning of April, my husband and I went to Lowe's and Home Depot to collect material so that we can begin building an enclosure. A lot of the wood that we collected had little splinters on them, so we took the time out to smooth everything out so that no one would get any splinters while handling the wood. Once we did that, then we began to lay out how we wanted to start the base of the enclosure. We took our inspiration for how we were going to put this together from Hydrangea Treehouse. They had a video that my husband found and where they built an enclosure, and so we just took some inspiration from them, but we built ours bigger than what they had. And I will link that in my video in the description notes so that you want to check it out. You can check it out for yourself. Meanwhile, I would still go out and check on my peaches. I was so excited about the peach tree and how well it's doing this year. It was just doing so great. And I was excited that we were getting this enclosure built because the squirrels were coming for my peaches. And now we had gotten to the point where we had started working on the top part of the enclosure, which we would work on this when my husband would come home from work. So we'd spend maybe 2, maybe 3 hours, depending on the weather of the day, working on the enclosure because we were under a crunch because of the squirrels. The peaches were getting bigger. They were getting to the point where I could stand far away from them and notice them. So we were definitely under a crunch to get this done. And by now we're adding braces to the top and the bottom portions to just make sure that everything was sturdy and to be able to just withstand any movement. Hello, this is Miss Lally, and today is Friday, April 17th, and I'm out here at the peach tree untangling this bird netting because I think something tried to get. Could have been a bird or it could have been a squirrel, but you see that? Look at that. I don't know if that's enough to help the branch to continue on, but there's 3 peaches hanging from here, and the netting was all tied up on this right here, and I just untied it or untangled it. So I got it draped back out again, but there's plenty of peaches up here. Some of the there's peaches falling off on their own because there's one on the ground down there. There's one in the netting right there. There's one by that strawberry plant right there. One right here on the ground. So I did expect the tree to drop some on their own. Plus, I can only do so much about the bugs getting to them. Like right there, I can only do so much about that at this time. But peaches are growing, so we will see. But that stinks that this branch broke right here. Oh well. Next, staining the wood because of the carpenter bees that we have around here, so we didn't want this to be an attraction for the carpenter bees. The squirrels were coming for the tree. They didn't care about the netting. The netting made it hard for them to get to the peaches, so they would attack the tree, but they weren't getting the peaches. And in the process, they were breaking branches off that had peaches on them. So we were really, really under a crunch to get this thing completed. I kept one of the broken branches as motivation to stay on task. We had completed most of the framework and focused on staining, putting a good coat of stain, more than one coat of stain up. And then we were ready for adding the chicken wire to the frame of the enclosure. Hello, this is Miss Lally, and today is Saturday, April 25th. A quick garden update. So that's what, 3, 4, 5 more peaches either naturally fell off the tree on its own, or a squirrel tried to get through the netting and cause the peaches to fall. And the branch that was broken doesn't seem like it's gonna make it, so I'm gonna have to remove that. So I'm left with these peaches here. There's, let's see, so a peach there, and it's peach on right up in there. What else? Oh, it's a peach right there. Oh, it's a peach right there. And they're getting bigger too. Well, just a little quick update. And I would help out as much as I could, but my husband was really enjoying this project. So here I am running the wire that was used to keep the chicken wire together in its packaging. I repurposed that to wrap the wire or run the wire through the chicken wire and bring it together so that there wouldn't be no open gaps. I figured, it was a part of the packaging and it's something that can be used, so might as well use it. Trying to save money any way possible in this project. Next, he added a cross brace so that we would have something to attach the chicken wire to on the top. Now we're ready to add the chicken wire to the top and secure it in place. And we're getting closer to the end. By now, we are starting to fill it. All of these nights late evenings that we would come in and put 2 and 3 hours in because we're under the crunch to get this done. We are starting to fill it and we're aching by now. Hello, this is Miss Lally and today is Thursday, April 30th. These squirrels, I mean, they got me, y'all. They got me. They broke off this branch right here that had 4 peaches on it. There's one in my hand, and here's the other 3. And the branch was right here. They broke it off right there. So you can see that they broke it off right there. And then they just broke this branch too. That's just hanging on by a thread. You see that? That's how it's hanging right there. That's not enough to support. And so now I'm losing 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 peaches here. So that's 8 peaches in one whop in one day. I believe from what could find, only have this 1 peach left. And we're almost done. Almost done with the enclosure. Almost done. Like, I think we're going to bring it out today, maybe. Oh, man, these squirrels. But that's all right. I got something for them. They've been here. This September we'll be here for 3 years. They've been here. This their territory. We moved here. They were already here. It's okay. That's okay. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm gonna get even. They just wait. Look at that. And they was just starting to put some color on them too. Now I don't know if they put color on them first and then they get big or what, but I got this 1 peach right here to possibly find out. Not only are the squirrels coming for my fruit and berries, but the birds are too. I seen the birds looking in this, and the birds were looking over at the strawberry containers over there too. So, all right, that's all right. I got something for them. Getting back on the grind of getting this enclosure completed because these squirrels, they got me. But we have something for them and I'm excited. Now, although we were putting this together inside the garage, we did get it outside the garage. With a little maneuvering, we flipped it over onto its side and lifted it out the garage. We put it on those carts and rolled it out of the garage and placed it in its spot on the concrete, which I think this is where it's going to stay. I put the peaches, the blueberry bushes, the strawberries, the tomato plants, and the onions all in the enclosure. And we were satisfied with the outcome. We thought it turned out really nice, and we love how the stain on the wood looks. Almost matches the potato planter, which needs to be restained. Hello, this is Lally, and today is, what is it? Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo. And, well, here it is, and it's been doing its job. The squirrels have been banned from my edible garden, my edible container garden, and I'm happy. Now, the part of the peach tree that was broken off, that's not doing too well. The peaches, I don't think are going to make it on that branch right there. But, I did put the little bandage on it. Let's see, can I get in there? Yeah, right there. That little bandage right there. I tried to bandage up the, come on, focus. I have to come back out. Well, I put the little bandage around the part where the branch broke, and it looked like it's trying to hang on, but I don't know, it might not make it. But I thought I only had one peach. I actually have two peaches that are nicely secured on the peach tree. Where is it at? There you go. That's one right there, nicely secured on the peach tree. And the other is right there. Right there. So I have two peaches that I hope will not fall off the tree for whatever reason, and that they will make it, and I will be able to finally try a Suwannee peach. That's the type of peach tree that I have here. I also have some blueberries that are growing, that are getting big. But I was watching Millennial Gardener, and I believe he's in South Carolina, and I'm in Virginia. And he did a video not too long ago where he talked about how he had a lot of blooms show up on his citrus trees, and he figured he was going to get a lot of I don't know, oranges, lemons, something to that effect, whatever he's growing. And everything fell off. And so it didn't dawn on him that we were going through a drought on the East Coast, which we, in several states, we're going through a severe drought, moderate drought. And so we haven't been getting the rain, and the trees dropped whatever fruit they had. And so that made me think, that's what I believe happened with my blueberries. I had a bunch of blooms on the blueberry plant, and then they started turning brown, which I thought it was just the petals falling off. But as time went on, nothing really started to show up as far as blueberries. So let me see, can I get in here? So, like, there's those two blueberries, and they're here and there on the blueberry bush, the blueberries. So it's not that many, although it was a whole lot of blooms earlier. So that's that with the blueberries. So we were having a drought, and I probably should have been watering the blueberries more than what I had been. So I'm trying to stay on top of watering to try to get what I have that's up there. And I watered everybody yesterday. I bought in the 2 cherry tomatoes. My neighbor gave me these 2 cherry tomatoes, this one here, and this one right here. And then I strung up a string to wound the tomato plant around it as it grows up, which I thought would be interesting to do. And I got my strawberries in there. I have my onions in here, and the potatoes are growing, and they are starting to break down. As you can see, this leaf right here, and there's several other leaves are starting to do that too. And let's see, we have over here the collards pods are getting bigger. So I'll be collecting seeds. I took the netting off because what I don't want to happen is when these start to dry out, I didn't want to have to worry about trying to untangle them out of the bird netting, and then I just dropping all the seeds down in here. So I'll be able to go in and just cut it and remove the seed pods. And then I got my 3 tomatoes. 1, 2, 3. They seem like they're doing okay. That one has put out a flower already. I don't know. The onions don't look too happy over here. They don't look good. So this might be a bust as far as doing the onions over here. But the onions over here seem to be doing okay. They look great. So that's my garden update. So this is what I call our edible enclosure. It encloses everything that you can just walk up to and pick off of, except for the onions, and it's edible. So my husband enjoyed putting this together. It was a little tiring, but he enjoyed putting it together, and we like how it turned out. And one of the things that will be really cool about this is, once the berry bushes and the peach tree and the strawberries are done with, I'll push them to the back. I can bring more pepper plants in here, and maybe if I want to do another tomato plant, I can bring that in here, and I can cover the top with my shade cloth. When the summers get really, really hot, I'll be able to put the shade cloth up, and I think that'll really be beneficial with growing during the summertime. Well, all right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.